Hello, and here we are today at Baddesley Clinton. We haven't been here for about 2 years, so we thought we'd come and look, see if anything's changed. So here we go. Baddesley Clinton has been around since Saxon times, when a man named Bade made a clearing in a wood for this building. And in Saxon times, when he cleared a wood, they called it a lay. So it started with Baddesley, which later became Baddesley. In about the 11th century, the lord of the manor, Roger de Mowbray, gave estate to Walter de Besiege, and it was in Besiege's family for 4 generations. The final daughter married Sir Thomas Clinton in 1290, and so the estate then became Baddesley Clinton. The families that stopped here over the centuries were all very much into heraldry. As I went round the house, I kept finding shields of heraldry all over the house. There is that many that I lost count. If you want to count them, put it in the comments below and I shall get back to you. Thank you for that. It was the 14th century that James de Clinton dug the moat and put up the stone building that we have today. The next major history was a lawyer called John Broome. In 1438, he improved the house and the gardens.
But he also had a claim to be a baron. Thompson's family died of broken but men because of a lot of money. Because if you wanted to claim the baronetcy, you had to appeal to some London council Baddesley Herald or something. He didn't have the money. So he couldn't.
In the War of the Roses, Broome supported the wrong side and so was stripped of any titles that he had. He then quarrelled with the Earl of Warwick and in 1468 was killed by Warwick. John Broome's son then went and killed the Earl of Warwick in 1471. Nicholas inherited Baddesley Clinton in 1483. Previously, in 1478, he appointed a new vicar, William Foster, to be the vicar for Baddesley, only to find, 7 years later, the vicar in the arms of his wife. So he drew his sword and killed him. When it came to court, it was rumoured that he paid off the judge to get away with murder. He built 2 towers at Baddesley, which became known as the Towers of Atonement. And in 1496, again rumoured that money changed hands, received a pardon from King Henry VII for the murders. This is the moat that's outside I mentioned earlier. If you want, don't forget, like, comment below and subscribe if you wish. It's all totally free, but it does help this channel. The next person to own Baddesley was the Ferris family, who married Broome's daughter in 1497. The view out this window is lovely. this is the priest hole. During the time of Henry VIII and the dissolution of the monasteries, Henry VIII decided to kill all the Catholic priests. And so they used to hide in the priest hole, which is a secret steps down into the sewers below. And so when Henry's men came, they had to hide in the sewers and stay there for up to 4 hours. The next people in the house was the Gilbert Thomas Walker, from 1887 to 1970. A relative of the Ferris family bought Baddesley in 1940 and started the restoration work. They worked on the building for up to 30 years, restoring it to its original condition. But unfortunately, in 1970, Thomas died and left the house to the housekeeper who had been living there for many years. Thomas' son decided to sell the property to the National Trust, but this had a lot of wranglings and turn-downs before eventually, in 1980, Baddesley Clinton became part of the National Trust. Some interesting side stories to Baddesley is that Baddesley Clinton is said to have a ghost. It was 1844 when Rebecca Ferris heard a noise and got up and had to get a priest to come and exorcise the ghost. The priest reported it was a previous Ferris member who died in battle in 1817. What? One night, her niece woke early to see a man in full soldier's uniform at the bottom of her bed. She screamed and the ghost disappeared. Another fact from Baddesley is that you can still go to the gate and see there is a blood stain on the floor by the fireplace. It has been checked by forensics and it is human blood. So the question asked is this the blood of the vicar killed by the room? Nobody knows. But it's still there today, so you can look if you want. Another story would be Shakespeare. William Shakespeare was caught poaching in the grounds he taken one of the deer, and so he was arrested, but he managed to get away. And the next sighting of Shakespeare was in London, when he found the Shakespeare players. So perhaps if it wasn't for being caught by poachers, he may never have come to London to give us all the plays that we have today. Final story is the Catholics in the house met to discuss the gunpowder plot to blow up the king, with people there like Guy Fawkes. There is actually a Guy Fawkes pub in York where you can go as well, find out more information about this event. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked it.